Los Angeles. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the LA Chargers.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
now a 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
Howe to the air on 1st and 10.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Powell.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2nd and 10. Howe, he'll look to throw it.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The Chargers at 6-3 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Herbert. This one caught by Davis. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Uncorks one for Davis.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
First down, Howell to throw.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Spiller. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Darius Davis. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
Now they go play action with Howell.
On the move to his left.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is good from 57 yards, and there's bombs away right there. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Back to throw. Howell.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Howell throwing on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33.
Now Howell.
And this is caught inside the 5. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Steps away.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell
taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last two plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Herbert on first down now. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Herbert now. And bringing it it's Davis.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, LA!
Darius Davis
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
And that's caught inside the 35. Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3rd and 2, Herbert.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They run behind center with Spiller. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They run the draw here with Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Powell out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Man open is Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And now off to the races down the right side. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So it's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Herbert. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are back within a score.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
That's caught. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up third and 5 now.
I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. And Howell will throw it.
Buying time to his left. He's got a man, complete.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 44 yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Howell now to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Flush to his right.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert out to his left. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Darren Waller, 33 yards.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth.
Point after here coming up. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Powell. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Robinson at the middle. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Howell. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. They'll run with Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Herbert. ball incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get moving.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last throw here for Herbert. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show.